Autostrada A1. Prego. All right, we are going to Italy, one of my very favorite countries to visit. Full disclosure, I'm half Italian, so there'll be a lot of Italy stuff in this one. And we are talking about Italy's main road, Primo Corso A1. Also, there's some kind of skiing and hockey and ice skating competition going on in Milan right now, so this is timely. Let's take a look at the route. Autostrada A1, or the A1, goes from Naples up to Milan, where the Olympics are currently underway. It is the longest limited access single numbered road in Italy, and it hits a lot of the major cities, so I felt like this is the one to go with instead of my original idea. Alright, we're going to start out by talking about Northbound A1. So, we're in Naples. Where else can we really start than the actual birthplace of pizza, this Port Alba pizzeria? I used to go to a terrible pizza place in Korea named Port Albs, and now I know where it got its name from. They did not live up to the standard, though. But Port Alba is kind of in the neighborhood, so we're going to jump ahead to a different pizzeria, which is the original home of margarita pizza. So they really kind of nailed the pizza thing down here once they got margarita going. We continue down that alley and we head to this piazza when we leave Brandy Pizza, and we are going to be turning right to get to the Port Coastal Road. So here's what it looks like as we pass by the Port of Naples on this arterial street headed for the freeways. We don't connect with A1 directly. We are going to be having an exit for A3. A2 Roma is listed there for some reason, although it's A3 we'll be joining. Benvenuti sulla A3. Buon viaggio. I like that. Very nice. We're on A3 for 1 or 2 kilometers, and now we are going to be exiting onto A1 and the start of A1, and we see we are signed for Roma right from the start. And here is our actual split. We're getting Caserta and Roma for A1, and we are also going to be on the E45, European Highway 45, and that comes and goes with us as we go. You're watching Control City Freak. This is the YouTube channel where we talk about highways and the places they're signed to go to. If you dig this kind of content, why not give us a like? And if you really like it, why not subscribe? Yeah, subscribe. Hey! We're still looking at the same interchange as we were last time, and we see exit back into Naples coming from the other way. This is from the already in progress roads perspective, and A1 for Roma, once we're on the ramps over to A1. Get a great view of Mount Vesuvius. This is somewhat in our rear view, but wow, that's definitely something to see. I feel like right here I should drop Chrissy Maltasanti saying, I'm definitely going to climb that one. Definitely going to climb that. Here's our exit for the Naples airport. And now we're meeting the A16, and we are still signed for Rome as our primary control city. And what better primary control city could you have? At this exit, I'll see if I remember my pronunciation from taking a couple years of Italian. Santa Maria Capua Vetere. And we've got E45 signed for Roma. E45 is used kind of interchangeably with the A1 signage in these parts. Couldn't find much in the way of normal mileage signs in this section, at least. You just see random signs along the side of the road with the number of kilometers to whatever exit it is referring to. So here we have 5.5 kilometers to Capua. I also noticed these. There's a whole lot of turnoffs here, like these little service lanes. They always have this kind of sign before it, then an extra wide shoulder for pulling over. And these happen all the time on A1. I just noticed it happening again and again, so I figured I'd show it. Right here, we are getting time instead of mileage here. Those are minutes. So we see it is 96 minutes to Roma Sud, although quite a bit more to get actually into Rome. Here is the previously mentioned Capua exit, and we will continue north toward Roma. They do this quite a lot in Europe when you're changing provinces or countries even, or city limits. We are leaving Campania and we are entering Lazio. So Lazio is the state that Rome is in. Here's a random service plaza just to see what the service plaza looks like. I remember at the service plazas when I was in Italy a long time ago, back in '99, the service plazas actually sold wine by the glass. Kind of interesting. Sold wine right there so that you could get back in your car. Salud. We're getting to Roma Sud, that is Rome South, and Aeroporti. I'm sure you can figure what that would be in English. We are now signed for Firenze, the greatest city in Italy because it's the one that I lived in for a while. Here is our actual split at Rome South. So Rome South lanes are already in that distributor lane there. We have Florence overhead. I noticed these reassurance shields here as I was looking around. So we have this A1 reassurance shield. I don't know if that is a kilometer marker though, because the numbers don't really seem to make sense and they don't seem to go in any order from what I could tell, but I could be wrong on that. We're meeting the E80, which is also a number of other Italian roads, and it is signed also for Roma. We get Firenze and Roma Nord. We still have the North Rome exit. This being Europe, our major freeways are way outside of town, which is what we should have done too. Looking at the E80, which is also the A24, Roma is signed ahead, and A1 signed for Firenze and Napoli. And here is me in Rome, the streets of Rome back in the day. I was walking down the street and then this random accordion player was walking behind, so that was cool. We get to Roma Nord, and we can get to the airport through that way too. The E35 highway is now joining us, so we will be E35 and E45 and A1 signed for Firenze. And coming from the E35's perspective, they don't mention the E highways. We just get A1 Firenze, the other direction A1 Napoli, along with some other smaller roads. We leave Lazio and we enter Umbria. This is one of the 3 or 4 crossings between Lazio and Umbria because it is a mountainous sort of border. We keep going back and forth into each state. There's the Tiber River we cross, the famed Tiber River, which runs through Rome. And here in Orte, I don't know. The E45 will leave us, and we will be the E35 and A1, signed for Firenze. And there is some nice scenery we see as we drive along in Umbria. It's a famously beautiful state. Now we leave Umbria and enter Tuscany. This exit would be your fastest way to Siena, but for some reason they don't tell us that. They have later exits for Siena. We get to South Florence. We will now be signed for Bologna. Right here we split carriageways, and there's only going to be exits from the right side here to get to Firenze, and A1 Bologna is in the left carriageway. There's a lot of tunnels that are kind of express routes here on this A1. It's a little confusing. I'm kind of ignoring that in this video though. And as promised, here is a sign for Siena, although this would be a longer way to get there than the original road that I mentioned. Lovely scenery, lovely tunnels that we see all over the place. They do a really good job with these autostradas. I was really impressed when I drove on these back in the day. And here is a young Todd hanging out on the streets of Firenze. Here is another exit for Florence, Firenze Scandicci. And right here we cross the Arno River, which is in downtown Florence. And here's a northern exit for Firenze along with the Firenze Airport. Amerigo Vespucci Airport. Nice name for an airport. And we are getting Bologna and Firenze Nord. We still get one more Florence exit. Pisa is down this road as well, though we don't get anywhere near Pisa. Here's our exit for Prato, which I think is the second largest city in Tuscany. And we are still getting Bologna along with a sign telling us attention of things going on. And we continue driving through the Tuscan hills. It is, of course, very beautiful out here. And right here is where we leave Toscana and enter Emilia Romagna. And here is a long tunnel that is going to go under that mountain that's ahead of us. Yeah, very mountainous roads out here, and lots of tunnels involved. We had lots of exits for Rome and Florence, but for Bologna, we really only have one, and we are now signed for Milano. Although Bologna is still a big enough city that they should be counted as a major control. Here is the actual ramp for that exit, and we see a lot of other roads there too because this is a major junction, so that is the way to Padua amongst other places. Right now our old friend the E45 is rejoining us from a Y intersection, so we can't get on the E45 in the direction we're going, and shortly thereafter the E45 will split from us headed for Verona, and we are still signed Milano for the E35 and A1. Here's our exit for Parma. I am a big fan of their cheese and their ham as well. We're meeting the A15 now. That will also go to Parma, and we are still signed E35 A1 Milano. And now we meet the E70 and A21 signed for Torino and Brescia. So as you can see, just like we saw in my France and Germany episodes, I did an episode about the Autobahn in Germany. You can check that out right over there. And for the Summer Olympics, I did an episode about, I think it was called the A1, also in France. And you can check that out right over there. In those other European ones, you notice that the control cities are much more present on the signs than the road numbers in the way they do it in Europe, which is something I kind of like. I feel like the control cities are probably more important than the route numbers, and I always treat it as such. I-40 should be signed for Los Angeles, case in point. That's the way they do. The control cities really kind of matter more than the route numbers themselves. We're meeting the A21 and the A7 for Genoa, amongst other places, and we are still signed for Milano. This is the Po River that we're crossing here. We enter Lombardy after that. That's the final state we'll be in, although I could not find a sign for welcoming us to that. Meeting a number of roads here as we are nearing Milan. We have a number of controls here as well. The A4 Venezia, that's the road I thought about doing, and it's also the major part of what the other idea I had for going from Milan to Cortino. But I just feel like this A1 is more fun. We're meeting the A50, and it'll take us to the A7, the A4, a number of places, along with the Milan airport. This is getting toward the end of the A1 designation. And we can see here E66 and A4 Venezia are kind of our control cities now, along with Linate Milano. And now we're still getting other roads as our control cities, and a major exit for Milan right here. At this point, at this next interchange, we have completed the A1. We see this A1, Milano-Napoli. Nice looking sign there telling us that the A1 is finished, and we are going to be on the A51 now. So we'll just get into town for the sake of the Olympics. We'll get off here for Milano via Forlanini, because that is the road we will follow into Milan. A1 is finished, so we can kind of get off anywhere. Although, if you were to continue, then that would end up taking you up toward Monza F1 racing track. And that was requested by Andrew DeVore, the exit closest to where we'll be for it. And that, in this case, that is this, where we're getting off here. And he requested that because, I don't want to give any spoilers because it's a fairly recent movie, but it's where a major plot point happened in the F1 movie if you haven't seen it. Pretty good movie, I just watched it the other day. Thank you for that request. Andrew requested that with a $5 super thanks or super sticker, which anybody can do on any video. And to find out what episodes are currently open, check the description of this video or the posts tab. Or you could join the Patreon, where I always have the most up-to-date list of what I will be doing if you're interested in making any kind of requests. And I appreciate everybody who does both of those things. Thank you so much. But once we're on that ramp, we are going to continue on the left for Milano via Forlanini. That will be the road that we'll be on. So as we head down that road, we get past the old ring road of Milan, and then we will head into central Milan. Right in the very center, we get the Milan Duomo, which looks wonderful. I wish I would have seen that. I've never been to Milan before. I just couldn't leave Florence. It was too awesome. And a little further to the west on our way, we pass by the Santa Maria del Grazie Church, which is the home, of course, of the Last Supper, which would also be super cool to check out. And on the west side of town here is the other ring road that we end on for a brief period of time before heading west out of that. And now we get to San Siro, which will be the opening ceremony stadium of these Olympic Games. Let's turn around now and head back southbound. I'm starting from the A4 perspective, the A4 that would take you to Venice, and we are getting on the start of the A1 assigned Bologna at the jump. E35 and A1, Melegnano and Bologna, as we have our intersection with the A51 that would take you back to Milan. Here is that Y intersection split with 45 that we weren't able to see last time, but southbound we can see it. You can have our exit for Bologna, and right ahead there will be the E45 signed for Ravenna. We are signed for Firenze at this point already, even though we've not quite reached Bologna yet. I was supposed to go to Ravenna during my study abroad in Florence, but I never made it there because it's okay. On the one entrance from Bologna, here is what we see: A1 Firenze and A1 Milano, so perfect signage there. And here's what the tolls look like. This is entirely a toll road. All of these autostradas and these sorts of roads in Europe are pretty much always toll. This is the Firenze Sud exit from their perspective. So you see Roma one way, Bologna, Firenze, Pisa Nord, and Siena the other direction. And looking from the Roma Nord, we see Napoli is our main control city from there, not surprisingly. And coming from Roma Sud, the southern Rome interchange, Napoli and Firenze are the choices. As we head southbound, here's another view of Mount Vesuvius because it is more visible as you go south. And right here is where we meet that A3 again. This is where we end. If you follow that Napoli exit, you end up right where we started in this video in central Naples. All right, let's take a look at Todd's the way it should be for Autostrada A1. I'm going to say northbound. It should be just how they do it. They do a pretty perfect job here. Roma, Firenze, Bologna, Milano. Southbound, Bologna, Firenze, Roma, Napoli. Perfect. Mwah. All right, doing this was a lot of fun. Yeah, it's great to talk about Italian stuff. It's been way too long since I've been there. Would love to visit again sometime soon. I hope the Winter Olympics are going well for you, and and the cool stuff is happening. I'm sure I probably haven't watched any of it by the time you see this. And until next time, my name is Todd. Buonasera, and keep on trucking.